Hello and welcome to Deep Blue Sea, the podcast. I am Marc Hoffmeyer.
And I am Jake Lewitt. And joining us this week we have another fantastic guest. We have the fourth member of French Society to join us. It's Marc Armstead. Marc, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
The French Toast Sunday folks. I mean, I love your crew. I just got to let you know.
Oh, thank you so much. It's great. It's great.
I know you all aren't like that term wild and crazy guys. I know not everyone's a guy in French Toast Sunday, but like wild and crazy people, like is the way I see y'all. It's like a big, like I feel like you have streamers everywhere you go, just having fun, like bringing the pain. I love it.
We are an interesting bunch of people. I'll definitely say that. It's kind of crazy how it all works, but it does work because we're all
in a room together. How do you do it in a room? Like, I got to see this.
Yeah, the room has changed quite a bit over the 10 years we've been together. We started out in Jason's basement, and then Jason's and Lindsay's basement at their own place, and now we're currently at Jess and Rob's dining room table when we're recording. But it's cool. It's really great just to sit around with your friends and just kind of BS and eventually talk about movies. It's fantastic. Because of the current, pandemic, we really can't podcast like we used to because we think the fact that we are in one room really helps what we do. Like, I think that's a big part of the French Toast Sunday formula, the fact that we're all in one room talking. So it kind of sucks that we can't get that same feeling right now. But we are thinking about doing something, virtually. So people may actually hear an FTS podcast before the end of the year, possibly.
Ooh. Yeah, Jay and I were trying to be in the same room, but that never worked because I'm not flying to the UK.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do some kind of meetup.
That might throw us off, Jay.
I'm sure it would. It absolutely would.
Just staring at each other.
2 weeks ago we had you and Megan in the same room recording, and I felt like that threw off the whole dynamic.
She was way funnier than both of us.
She was. But we love the French Toast Sunday crew because they're always good at filling time and, well, not filling time, finding interesting things to say about literally any topic, which is going to be useful for today's chapter, which is chapter 23. And it's the chapter where Preacher's talking to the camera and gives his omelette recipe, and that's it. It's 53, 54 seconds long. It's the shortest chapter in the entire film, and it's, this podcast was spawned by the Movies by Minutes podcast. This is shorter than each of their episodes. This is less than a minute. I don't know what we're going to do here, guys. What are we talking about?
This is what we're going to do, guys. In this episode, Preacher kind of talks about how, he loved the bottle, he loved God, he had a wife, he had a kid, but it sounds like he's separated from them. And then as you think he's going to get dramatic, he's like 2 eggs, no milk. It's beautiful. It's cheeky. It's really well acted. But let's say all the characters from Deep Blue Sea, right? They have the camera in their hands and they have to give their breakfast recommendation.
Okay.
What would they be? So Brenda's first, all right? Tower. Tower has the camera. She's up in the tower and she wants to leave a breakfast suggestion. So what would Brenda say? She's in the tower. There's a wave the size, like 2012 is coming at her, right? I don't know. Just a giant copy of the Blu-ray of 2012 is flying towards her. And she knows she has a little bit of time to record something and put it in a Ziploc bag for someone to find in 7,000 years and then worship. That's like Planet of the Apes. That'd be amazing. But what's her recipe? What's her food? What's Tower eating?
So any breakfast, not just eggs. It can be
anything.
Anything at all.
So Aida Totoro. Let's see.
Has to be coffee, right? Because she does have a coffee pot up there. She's probably up late and early. So there's coffee for sure.
You know what? Yeah. I bet you it's coffee, black coffee, wheat toast, and a cigarette. That's breakfast.
Yeah.
Not anything on the toast? Or just plain toast?
Probably a Newport. Because I just feel like she smokes a Newport, black coffee, and toast. And that's her breakfast.
It seems quick. She seems like she'd be on a hurry to go to Tower.
Yeah.
No jam? Are you just saying a piece of toast? No jam?
No jam. Dry toast.
Oh, dry toast. Oh.
Yes. No, I'll take it back. Maybe butter. She's a bit of a thicker girl, so maybe she likes her butter. I like my butter. So black coffee, buttered toast, nicotine cigarette.
I say dry toast. That's only for when you had like food poisoning or something. That's the only acceptable time to eat dry toast.
I can see her running up to the tower with coffee and toast. And I mean, you are French toast Sunday.
Right.
Every day of the week.
So toast, yeah, I mean, I see that. So what's Janice doing in the morning?
Janice. You know what? I know it's not it shouldn't be egg related, but I just feel that Janice will probably have something like a nice little egg white omelet with some arugula, maybe turkey bacon if she's feeling fancy. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah,
egg white omelet?
Spinach in there.
But you know what? No, she's not basic. So instead of spinach, she's on arugula. It's slightly more peppery.
Oh, of course, sorry, arugula's rocket. Sorry, yeah, I got the...
And, Preacher loves that. He's got arugula for days.
Yes.
That was his name in high school. Preacher Sherman
Arugula Dudley.
No, for arugula for days, Dudley. I see it. Just sitting, hanging out, coffee for sure, and then just kind of hanging out, eating that omelet. That seems about right. I can picture that. What's Carter Blake eating?
No, I think he's just having the glass of raw eggs. He's doing the Rocky. He's just cracking some eggs into a glass and drinking and glugging that down.
Do you think he smuggles extra stuff out because he's still a thief at heart?
Oh, he starts the day with a Bloody Mary.
Wait, Carter?
Yeah.
He's got some demons, I guess, right? Is that?
Yeah. I think he has two glasses. One's a Bloody Mary and one's just a pint of eggs. And he just downs those two and then that's his day. He's off.
So I'm thinking, looking at Carter Blake, and of course I realized this a little later in life that Thomas Jane is a Maryland native.
Yeah.
He's from Baltimore, much like me.
Yep.
So I can see him doing steak and eggs, like a raw, practically bleeding steak on the plate with eggs.
No silverware.
No silverware.
Barely a plate. It's just in a trough.
Yes.
I see that. Steak and eggs.
Like the meal in Twister, that giant steak that takes up half the plate.
Sustenance.
And
Sustenance.
Food.
Oh, I like that. And the Bloody Mary. So he's probably smuggled the vodka on the ship. So does he go in there and hey, have some tomato juice and a lettuce and some pepper? Does he smuggle it all out there and make it by himself? Or does Preacher make it for him and then he smuggles vodka in? Does he have mini bottles under the table and everyone knows about it?
Well, I mean, he's got that smuggling pass.
Right.
He was arrested
for
being a smuggler.
Remember correctly, it's not in our current chapter, but Preacher does find alcohol on,
Yep, cooking sherry. Yeah. It's a bottle of cooking sherry.
Maybe it doesn't have to be much smuggling. It's already there.
Yeah, I think they had a whole party scene. So there's drink Aquatica. It's not hidden.
Yeah. I just think old habits die hard.
You're telling me that Jim doesn't have a bottle of whiskey in his drawer, or whatever the Finnish equivalent is.
Maybe a bottle of A1 for that steak and eggs.
We can order that for you. You don't have to smuggle it in. Old habits die hard.
The old habits die hard. It's small and ineffectual. So it's just, it's like a teenage girl that's a klepto. You don't do it because you need it. You do it because, you want that thrill.
Yeah,
so
it's the
that's
adrenaline
what
rush.
Carter is doing. He's smuggling a little bottle of A1, so he can feel like a badass still.
Would Carter finish the video that he's filming of himself, or would he try to smuggle the camera away?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? Carter is a smuggler, but I think he has a heart of gold. So I think he would like to have something to, save it, like something for posterity's sake. So maybe he'll finish his video. I think he would.
Got it. That way he can smuggle himself into people's hearts when they watch it.
There you go. He'll live on in some way.
Like The Ring, but you get Carter Blake. You see the video, and 7 days later, you just start sliding. And no matter where you're at, you don't stop until you're dead. Imagine that. You're just walking in Central Park, and you just zip by and smash into a wall.
Someone just turns friction off. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's funny. In my mind, a slip and slide, from the late 80s, early 90s, back when toys were fun. These kids don't know about the fun toys. Slip and slide, Jay, I don't know if you had those over.
We didn't, but I know what they are. I'm aware of them.
Yes. Essentially, a tarp with water and
soap.
If you were smart, on a slight incline. And a lot of fun, a lot of material burned, maybe a freshman ink or two. But, it was the, late 80s, early 90s. You just got up and walk it off.
If you need to take out a fence, just put up a slip and slide anywhere in your lawn and just have kids. They'll slide into it and just take it out. They won't mean to.
Yes. And back in my day, I knew some people who weren't terribly fancy, so they couldn't, afford an actual slip and slide. But what they could afford was a talk from the local hardware store, a bottle of Dawn dish detergent, and, a water hose. And listen, same amount of fun, if not more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just layer them nicely, those tarps. Get the whole, oh, man. Let's go do it right now.
Yes, in November, no less. In the frigid November.
Just do not show me the tape. I just got to say that, right? I do not want to slide. That'd be I'd show it to you guys, though. You'd have to show it to someone else. I'd have no qualms with that.
What's Dr. Susie's breakfast of choice?
Let's see. Do you think she just misses breakfast and picks up whatever's left?
I was thinking at most it's like half a melon.
Half a melon?
Just like...
I'm thinking...
Yeah.
She's a grapefruit girl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. Grapefruit.
Yeah.
The most boring breakfast you can think of.
Mm-hmm. Grapefruit.
I love it on the Great British Bake Off. They're like, I don't taste the grapefruit. No one ever tastes the grapefruit. It's tough. That's a lot of work, though. Does she have time? Well, it's precision. If you think about eating a grapefruit, you got to cut it open, then you got to cut the little pieces. It probably keeps her sharp for animal brain stabbing practice.
There we go, yes.
But, I think she has that weird, jagged baby pie cutter spoon thing for taking out fruit. So I think she's fancy enough to have one of those guys. So she's just having the grapefruit and just digging it out,
Mm-hmm.
eating it that way. It is not a precise process because she doesn't have time for that because she has to do sharp brain surgery.
There we go.
Yeah, 24/7.
Yes.
We've discussed Jim's breakfasts in the past because all of the Finnish breakfasts that are in the kitchen on the kitchen menu with the Helsinki hollandaise and the Finnish pancakes. So that's all for him with some pickled herring on the side.
Yeah. Let's get. And then do we have anybody left?
Scoggins.
Skogs.
A big bowl of Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, that's what it is. And so on his video, he'd be like, so what you do is you pour the milk first, and then you put the Cookie Crisp in. You don't put the milk on top. There's a theory about that. I always just put the milk in when the cereal was there, but apparently some people put the milk in and then put the cereal on top.
Those people are sociopaths.
Indeed.
They're sociopaths?
Yeah, they're not right. That is incorrect.
Yeah, they put their shoes on, then their socks. They're crazy.
Yeah, who puts the milk in first and then the syrup? No, that is backwards. That is backwards.
Someone
I'm
said
just joking,
so,
people. I mean, I don't do it, but I'm not trying. I don't want you guys. I don't want your comments to be in shambles from
We're
people
getting
who...
cancelled because of our zero theories.
If a sociopath just heard that, they're getting into their car and driving to Baltimore right now, Mark. So
if it's a sociopath, they're already there.
Yeah, look behind you. Look behind. This is going to turn into an episode of Unfriended, where you and I just get attacked by a sociopath ghost, or we annoy an international contingent who can murder people all over London.
Okay.
Which one would be better? Would you rather have a bunch of Illuminati kill you or a ghost?
That's a good question.
I feel like an Illuminati. I feel like that's more. I always go by how easy is it going to be for those left behind to explain it away and come to terms with it all. If it's a ghost, that's too unexplained. It's too ethereal. It's too is it really dead? Well, how did this happen? Illuminati, that's people. It's gonna be it's gonna be more tangible, more explainable.
Right. People killing you is so boring. It's been done, People killing people. There's nothing new or novel there. But a ghost killing you. Now that's special,
What if a ghost tells someone to kill you and then they kill you because the ghost told them to kill you?
Oh, see, I'll be mad at the ghost. You're a ghost, dude. Kill somebody. Don't telephone my death. Come do it yourself,
Imagine a ghost hiring a hitman.
How would they get paid? What is the ghost